Shemot, Exodus 37. And Betzalel made at the ark of shittim wood. 2 cubits and a half was the length of it, and 1 cubit and a half the breadth of it, and 1 cubit and a half the height of it. And he overlaid it with pure gold within and without, and made a crown of gold to it round about. And he cast for it 4 rings of gold, to be set by the 4 corners of it, even 2 rings upon the one side of it, and 2 rings upon the other side of it. And he made staves of shittim wood, and overlaid them with gold. And he put at the staves into the rings by the sides of the ark, to bear at the ark. And he made the mercy seat of pure gold. 2 cubits and a half was the length thereof, and 1 cubit and a half the breadth thereof. And he made 2 cherubim of gold. Beaten out of 1 piece made he them, on the 2 ends of the mercy seat. 1 cherub on the end of this side, and another cherub on the other end on that side. Out of the mercy seat made he at the cherubim, on the 2 sides thereof. And the cherubim spread out their wings on high, and covered with their wings over the mercy seat, with their faces one to another. Even to the mercy seatward were the faces of the cherubim. And he made at the table of shittim wood. 2 cubits was the length thereof, and 1 cubit the breadth thereof, and 1 cubit and a half the height thereof. And he overlaid it with pure gold, and made thereunto a crown of gold round about. Also he made thereunto a border of a handbreadth round about, and made a crown of gold for the border thereof round about. And he cast for it 4 rings of gold, and put at the rings upon the 4 corners that were in the 4 feet thereof. Over against the border were the rings, the places for the staves to bear at the table. And he made at the staves of shittim wood, and overlaid them with gold, to bear at the table. And he made at the vessels which were upon the table, at his dishes, and at his spoons, and at his bowls, and at his covers, to cover withal, of pure gold. And he made at the menorah of pure gold. Of beaten work made he at the menorah, his shaft and his branch, his bowls, his knops, and his flowers were of the same. And 6 branches going out of the sides thereof, 3 branches of the menorah out of the one side thereof, and 3 branches of the menorah out of the other side thereof. 3 bowls made after the fashion of almonds in the one branch, a knop and a flower, and 3 bowls made like almonds in another branch, a knop and a flower. So throughout these 6 branches going out of the menorah. And in the menorah were 4 bowls made like almonds, his knops and his flowers, and a knop under 2 branches of the same, and a knop under 2 branches of the same, and a knop under 2 branches of the same, according to these 6 branches going out of it. Their knops and their branches were of the same. All of it was one beaten work of pure gold. And he made at his 7 lamps, and his snuffers, and his snuff dishes of pure gold. Of a talent of pure gold made he it, of a talent of pure gold made he it, and at all the vessels thereof. And he made at the incense altar of shittim wood. The length of it was a cubit, and the breadth of it a cubit. It was 4 and 2 cubits was the height of it. The horns thereof were of the same. And he overlaid it with pure gold, both at the top of it, and at the sides thereof round about, and at the horns of it. Also he made unto it a crown of gold round about. And he made 2 rings of gold for it under the crown thereof, by the 2 corners of it, upon the 2 sides thereof, to be places for the staves, to bear it withal. And he made at the staves of shittim wood, and overlaid them with gold. And he made at the holy anointing oil, and at the pure incense of sweet spices, according to the work of the apothecary.